This is a cannonball. This hoop. Live out that dream of making potions or something. So really shouldn't stick your hands in this. What is Damascening? I'm just making Pokemon badges. I think that looks dumb as heck. What the heck? That's besides the point. I am teaching a class. Hey everybody, it's your pal Nate here. This video has been in the queue for a long time. I want to get better at fine metalsmithing processes. Things like engraving, inlay, overlay, that kind of stuff. I am obsessed with goop. Goop for holding my engraving projects. This is just a dumb video of me making the pitch I use and using it. I wanted to show the vessel that I'll be pouring the pitch into, and this is a cannonball that I got from my friend Dan Keebler. I'll put his Instagram handle up. Dan works on making and restoring old cannons, so they always have cannonballs lying around. So I asked him to take one and face it off on a lathe, which is why there's this flat section here, and then he bored out a section that's about an inch deep, and that's what I'm gonna be pouring the pitch into. I also have it on this cloth base, which is just hemp rope that I wrapped into made into a donut, and then I wrapped that donut in a bunch of cord, which took like a million years, and clearly I have not earned my Boy Scout merit badge in it. We're gonna pour the sauce in here. This hoop. I really don't like this lighting. Probably should have brought a spoon. Mixing into potfo today. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Crud soup. Yeah, that's the consistency we're kind of looking for when you mix in the pine rosin. Where is it? Where is it? Oops. You want this to be like as fine a powder as it'll get. This is just drawing charcoal. I was like 14. I convinced my parents to order me a mortar and pestle from some weird website, even though I had no real use for a mortar and pestle as a teenager. But I was playing a lot of Oblivion at the time, and one of the skills in Oblivion was alchemy, and there was like all of this cool paraphernalia with like retorts and condensers and things like that, and I just really wanted to live out that dream of making potions or something, so I guess that's kind of what I'm doing now.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
That's good enough. You also really shouldn't stick your hands in this. Yeah. Whoops, may have heated it up too much. I only had just enough charcoal powder. It never gets dark enough. I always want it to be darker. It just never is as dark as I want it to be. I want it to be like a sleek black, but it just doesn't get there. This stuff is at the right consistency to be poured right now, so I'm just gonna start adding it. Man, that worked like a dream. Hey, it's me from the video. Imagine you go to get your haircut and you're making conversation with your haircut guy about where they learned how to be a haircut guy. And they dead ass say, I just learned on YouTube. You could end up with a haircut like this, okay? Don't just learn from people who learn on YouTube. Come take a class with me who hasn't learned on YouTube how to forge at a school that is actually not just somebody's garage, but a facility dedicated to learning how to forge. I do see the irony of me telling you this on YouTube, but that's besides the point. I am teaching a class at the Center for Metal Arts in Johnstown, Pennsylvania in late August. You have to sign up for it now. As I'm recording this, I think there are 4 spots left. You have to sign up for this class right now. The Center for Metal Arts is a nonprofit forging school in Johnstown, Pennsylvania that is dedicated to teaching people how to forge. They have residency opportunities, there are scholarships, there are workshops that are range from 1 week up to 6 weeks. This is not your average Damascus making jabroni who just won Forged in Fire. This is the real deal. They got housing. You can come, you can stay in a house with other people who are taking the class. You guys can all hang out. You can go to class in the morning and during the day, and then you can come hang out in the evening. They got all this, everything you need. You don't want to take a class with me? They got scholarships that you can get. You just need to apply for them and get them. Even if you don't want to take my divider class in August from this date to this date, I'm going to put it up right now. Even if you don't want to do that, you can still go take a weekend workshop, have a good time, come back later. They're also trying to restore one of the oldest blacksmith shops in North America that was used during the Industrial Revolution. This shop houses power hammers that are over 100 years old that forge at a large scale. They're currently in the process of restoring these antique machines and giving them a new life. If you've never heard of the Center for Metal Arts, you should go check out their website, centerformetalarts.org. Come take a class with me. It might be the last chance you get before I go back into the Disney vault. And I think that's it. We'll go back to this episode, whatever I was doing. So, okay, see ya. What the hell was that? I wanted to test the pitch out to see how it holds up in regular room temperature conditions. So I brought it home because I want to do some Nunome Zogon. Okay, so today we're going to talk about Damascening. What is Damascening? This isn't gonna work. Yeah, all right, whatever. I keep using the word Nunome Zogon, and I wanted to give some clarification about what that is. So we're gonna talk about Damascening, right? So Damascening, what a mess. Why do so imagine we have a piece of material that we wanted to add some decorative element to. There are several ways that we can do that. There's inlay, there's overlay. No, I guess that's really it. For sake of this discussion, we'll just talk about inlay and overlay and the distinction between them. In most cases, inlay is where you are removing one material and inserting another material. And there are lots of different types of inlay. There's flush inlay, dot inlay, raised inlay. I don't know. Overlay is a different sort of technique where you're not removing material, but you're adding material on top of it. And that's like things like gold leaf, or in this case, silver foil. I don't know. You're taking material and you're putting it over top of another material. I'm not an expert on any of this by any means. I'm an idiot with access to the internet. I'm not really sure why I decided to come over to the chalkboard to explain that. I have a show coming up and I wanted to have some Nunome Zogon work for sale. So I have a small selection of these little pins that I've made. I just cut them out using my kick press. I just soldered a little pin back onto them. I have like a bunch of these in various shapes. Oops. All right, this is one pin ready for silver foil overlay. So it's dark now. The time has come for us to begin applying our silver foil to our Nunome Zogon pins. I have a bunch of these sitting in denatured alcohol for two reasons. One is to hopefully eliminate some of the excess pitch that I kind of got on the sides there, and two, nope, I think that might actually be it. Hopefully this doesn't backfire. You want to try to not put the grease from your mitts on it, so the silver foil will adhere properly, but I'm stupid. So I have all of these little silver strips that I've cut. I have some little heart-shaped ones, and then I have some petals, which are in here. Nothing to it but to do it, I suppose. It's like I'm just making Pokemon badges at this point. I generally don't have any clear designs in my head when I do this. I kind of just effectively shoot from the hip. I think I'm just gonna make an X. We'll just give it the old X. Ding. I don't know. I'm afraid I'm going to make some evil symbol adopted by the members of the United States government. Okay, I've just been sitting here for 20 minutes trying to decide what to do. What the frick? I think that looks dumb as heck. How to do Nunome Zogon with an idiot. I stole this little agate burnisher from Erica. Wait. Okay, that's one. Ooh, moody. I still don't like it. This is where we're at. I got 4 done, and they're okay. Nothing too fancy. I really love that little heart one and this little flower one in the middle. What the heck? Crooked Town. Okay, this is where I ended up on the Nunome Zogon pins. I made these because I wanted to get more familiar with some of this decorative work that I can add to more complicated projects. This is one of those techniques that takes a long time to master, but I'm excited to have it in my repertoire. I think it'll help me take some of my work to the next level, which is something I feel like I've been missing. I also wanted to record some of the other work that I was making in preparation for this show, so this is me attempting to do a special patina on some of this work. These are just brooches that are inspired by fans and spearheads and other flower shapes. And these are a pair of copper dividers I made that have steel tips brazed onto them. They're roughly inspired by a lot of the navigational dividers you see from antiquity that are often made out of brass. I chose copper for these because the patina was supposed to turn them to a brick red color, but it didn't end up working out, but I figured I'd still document a little bit of the process, now that I'm trying to get more into magic potions and the like. The show that I was making a lot of the work in this video for didn't really work out for me. I didn't sell a whole lot of stuff, and that's fine, I don't really care. Instead of putting them online or whatever, I'm going to just give them away to my patrons. So if you're already subscribed to my Patreon you're going to be getting something in the mail. If you're not, now's a great time to sign up. I'm not gonna probably send anything to you, but you do get a handwritten letter from me, and that's kind of fun. I'm not really using Instagram or TikTok all that much anymore, so I'm trying to build more of a platform on Patreon, which I'm doing a terrible job at. If that's something that's of interest to you, I'm gonna put the link in the video description. As of recording this video, we're at about 90,000 subs, which I was not really ever expecting to happen, so that's kind of cool. Do all the stuff that YouTube wants you to do. Sign up for my class at the Center for Metal Arts. It's coming up in August, and as of right now, there are like 4 spots left. So if you want to spend a week with me learning the secret information, make sure you go tell me how much you liked this video, or if you didn't like it, I will talk to you either way. So I guess with that, I'll see you in the next vidget.